So it's a little bit late for me, but I still wanted to hop on really quick and be talking to you. And about feminine masculine energy, and also about the love list you can create to call in your desired partner. So also for a long time I didn't feel confident to be without makeup, and as I'm learning about the feminine masculine energy, I realized that it is really about energy, and therefore even in front of men who I feel really attracted to, like I know I can be without makeup because it's all about energy. So I would like to share with you that like how to write a love list, or to have a clear vision on what you desire in a man. So I used to write down all the aspects about him that I wanted. For example, my ex-boyfriend, on papers he has everything that I wanted, but I felt awful with him. So he had 2 companies in the personal development area. He was doing sports just like me. He was near my age. He was German, and he had money, and he was famous on Instagram. So, on paper it was all good, but I didn't feel good around him. I didn't feel good around him. He didn't want to commit, and it was really, really painful. So then I manifested, after the breakup, I manifested someone who on paper didn't match to me at all. Like, this guy doesn't have any companies, he has a normal job. Then, like, the word personal development, he never heard that in his whole life. Like, he's like, what? Personal what? Development? What? Sports? No, he doesn't do sports. Healthy nutrition? No. Like, only chips and cola. And and you know what? I still feel amazing around him. And he always makes me feel good, smile, and wants to commit and everything. And in the beginning, when I started dating, I was like, okay, fine, like I know we're not a match because you don't match my papers. Like, I feel good around you, so we can keep dating, and I'm doing it for personal development, the circular dating thing, but we're not a match because all these points on paper, like, you're the opposite. So but I've learned many things because he wasn't a match on paper. Like, I would never let him cross any boundary, because I was like, yeah, you better not cross my boundary. But during all my circular dating progress, I was kind of meeting also men who would match those points on paper, and with them I wouldn't speak up, I would let them cross my boundaries, and that was kind of a self-sabotagement, because then it felt painful and I had to let them go and so on. So anyway, long story short, after a while, actually only 2 months ago, I really surrendered to the universe. I surrendered and I was like, okay, universe, you know what? If you don't want to give me a guy who fits all my points on paper, at least I manifest men who I feel good around. And so, yeah, all these points on paper, I give it to myself. So I talk with my coach, with my girlfriends about personal development. I find a different workout partner, and yeah, I mean, I don't have to eat what he eats, so whatever. So then I really surrendered and accepted that it's okay as long as I feel good around a man. And suddenly, this is the best part about this. When I meet a man, what I did, who fits like maybe 50% of my points on paper, who I feel attracted to, who I feel like, wow, like this is fitting, I no longer let him cross my boundary. I no longer let him, I no longer accept crumbs or anything, because I'm coming from a place of, you know what, I surrendered. The most important thing is that I feel good about around you, and it doesn't matter what company or what hobbies you have. And man really can feel and see that, and therefore these guys who also match my list on paper are able to step up, because before that I self-sabotage because I didn't ask them to step up. I didn't ask for high effort behavior, and now I do, because now my priority is how I feel. And that is kind of my sharing a little bit, that yes, I'm able to manifest more men where I feel good around, because you know, like men, they only mirror us. And I started being committed. I started being committed to feeling good, to feeling happy, and everything else doesn't matter. And therefore, the right man does step up, and so on. So you guys know that I have been dating one man now for 11 months. And then there's another one who I went on 12 dates now. And I had lately the talk about that I'm not going to like have sex before marriage, and I'm also not going to be his girlfriend. And first he had like take a deep breath, and then he was like, okay, I hear you. And then next day he asked me out again, and then next time we saw each other he was like, well, can you tell me, like, how would you like to be proposed, and when is the earliest timing I can do that? And I was like, wow. So see, girls, when a man wants you, he can step up. So when you say no to no girlfriend status, like only marriage, like he can step up if he wants to. He's definitely capable of doing that. And I don't know, I just feel really happy, because I surrender to the universe that, okay, universe, if you don't want to give me a man who fits on paper, I surrender to men who just make me feel good. And now I start attracting, because I'm okay with that, I start attracting also men who have these qualities on paper, like having similar hobbies than I am, maybe a little bit closer in age, and so on. So yes, I hope that inspired you too, that you can definitely have your boundaries and the man that you like. And it's a process, and I would like to guide you through the process too of self-discovery, because the way I work is not only about feminine and masculine energy, but also releasing lots of emotions, triggers. So it's really working with me is really signing up for inner work that will not only empower you in dating, but in all other areas of your life, and so that your natural feminine being can shine, and that you naturally know what are your boundaries, you know, because every woman has different boundaries, and you will naturally know that, and you will only attract high value behavior from men and everybody around you. And that work is really life-changing. So feel free to reach out to me, and as I am still taking private clients, and yes, so I see you soon.